Hey Jet Setters, it's Joe from the Unveiling Paradise podcast. We've been getting a ton of great feedback about our show, and what we're hearing from you guys is that you love listening to real couples talk about their real wedding day experiences. From their favorite moments to, well, maybe the things they wish they would have changed, and of course, their tips for you guys. If you're searching those episodes, search Real Wedding Perspectives, and you'll find 4 of our very favorite couples talk you through their wedding day adventure. And of course, if you're planning your wedding here in Hawaii, hit us up and ask us about our Unveiling Paradise promo. Happy planning.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Unveiling Paradise podcast. How's it going, Joe?
Very good. How about yourself?
I'm super hungry. Do you know why?
I kind of think I do, but go for it.
Okay, well, what we're talking about today is a different way or ways to elevate your guest experience, right? Whenever we're doing weddings, people are so excited about having their friends and family come from all over the world, right? And when they're here in Hawaii, what does that mean? How do we make that experience easy, intentional, right? And so for me, it's signage or people directing them so they know where to go, fans when it's hot, or the cold towels, right? What are those little things that we can do to elevate the experience? When the guests start dancing, kicking off your shoes and having slippers or flip-flops, whatever you want to call it, right? What are those special touches that get people excited to be at your wedding? My favorite special touch is food.
Yeah, good food equals good memories. Absolutely. I'm with you.
Food at every single touch point. So I'm not just saying dinner. We have talked about dinners. We've talked about it a lot, but what are those other special touches that we can add? And I'm really excited today because to help us talk about food, we have our dear friend, Karlene. Karlene is with Kalele Eats. And Karlene, welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Karlene, you are the owner and chef guru of Kalele Eats. We actually get to work with you a lot. You know what's funny? In my household, Karlene is like our own personal hero because a lot of times when we do weddings, she sends me home with like a bunch of like fried malasada donuts. They're so good. And Valentina just absolutely loves it. I think she has this weird idea of what my job is because I keep bringing home all these great snacks. And you are the reason behind that. So thank you so much.
Our pleasure. We always want to try to kind of bring our home into these events. And so just some of this home cooking kinds of things is how we bring the extra touch.
Amazing. So Karlene, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business, about yourself, like quick intro. Everybody wants to hear about you.
So we are a catering business that specializes in sweet treats. So desserts, late night bites. We've also been adding in some savory late night bites, but primarily it's our sweet treats.
I love that. And Karlene, you guys are known for one of my favorite treats, and that's a malasada. So can you tell everybody what a malasada is and why yours are so good?
So our malasadas, it's a Portuguese donut. Hawaii is definitely known for its malasadas. Our malasadas in particular, though, is made with real butter, real cream, lots of eggs, just really good ingredients and hand mixed. There's no machines involved, and we proof it for at least 6 hours, so it's nice and fluffy.
And to confirm, right, so it is a wholeless donut, deep fried, covered in sugar.
Correct.
And it's not a donut hole. These things are big. Like they like 1 or 2 malasadas, you're a happy camper.
I like that. It's like a massive donut hole. A donut-sized donut hole.
Perfect. So again, like to all our listeners, Karlene really specializes in a lot of these things that we kind of classify as like the late night snacks or even like the pre-dinner snacks. Like there's just all these great things. If you keep your guests fed, you keep them happy. Everyone knows somebody in their life, and I'm looking at you, Tessa, that can get a case of the hangries.
Always hangry.
Nobody wants that on your wedding day. And I feel like you, Karlene, make happiness all around you happen.
I mean, we try. That's definitely part of what we bring to the table, literally. But we, like we focus on sweet treats, and it's really about the experience. So we're cooking on site. You have the sights, you have the smells, you have the cute carts or the horse trailer, and it's just kind of a fun experience for guests to partake in.
So fun. Okay, we have so many things that we want to talk about, but as everybody knows, whenever we have a guest on, I like to play a game. So,
can I flip the script on this game? Because usually I like to be the person who's answering it, but can I ask the questions for our little game?
You can.
You get to answer them instead of me chiming in. I think you're going to have more fun than me.
Are you going to answer too, though? I feel like
I
you're
don't know,
still
maybe.
going to...
Never know.
Okay, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to win.
So this is our game. Karlene, are you ready? The This or That Unveiling Paradise podcast game show. There are right answers.
There are right answers.
And you will be judged. Okay, here we go. This or that. Sweet or savory?
Sweet, hands down.
Same, sweet, all the way.
Okay, all right. Okay, next one. Ooh, controversial. This or that. McDonald's or Taco Bell for a late night snack?
Probably neither.
You got to pick one or die. That's the game.
0 points for you then.
Okay, McDonald's only if the French fries are fresh.
Got it.
Oh, McDonald's cheeseburgers all night long.
Oh, Taco Bell for me, guys. I love my Taco Bell.
Gross. Don't ask my team about your Taco Bell.
Nobody on your team likes Taco Bell. By the way, I might have gotten everybody food poisoning when I tried to drop off some Taco Bell. Oh, well. Okay, next. This or that. Espresso martinis or affogatos?
So, quick fact, I'm actually not a drinker, so affogatos all the way.
Quick fact, I'm also not really a drinker, but I love an affogato. I'm
Okay.
still going affogato.
Quick fact, I am not very smart, and it took me a long time to really realize what an affogato is. So for all our listeners, it's like an espresso with ice cream.
Gelato.
Oh, excuse me, a
Correction.
gelato. I still am learning.
Very big difference.
I feel like I've told you.
No, well, you know what? Not everybody knows what an affogato is.
Oh, I know.
But, recently, it's become a really popular thing.
So good.
Okay, and then moving on. Okay, moving on. Late night snack, pizza or burgers?
Burgers.
Pizza.
Ooh,
so good.
interesting.
Greasy goodness when you're drinking. Love a pizza.
Yeah, I kind of have to go with pizza too. I like pizza.
We're
Okay.
twins.
Okay, couple more. Boba tea or shave ice?
I like boba.
I'm going to go shave ice because it's not as filling and I can eat more.
True. And it actually cools you off, I think. So I like them both. Okay. Final question. Oh, this is a planted question. I can see it already. I already know what's happening. Wedding cake or malasadas?
I would say wedding cake because I make too many malasadas.
I say wedding cake, obviously.
Oh, wow. I'm going to speak on behalf of Valentina and myself. Malasadas all the way.
So, Karlene, tell me this. You actually get sick of eating malasadas?
I've always thought of counting how many malasadas we've made in our lifetime. So after we make thousands of them. So there's only so many you can fry without not wanting to eat them.
Fun fact about me, when I was 15, I used to work at McDonald's. And to this day, I am not sick of McDonald's. I still love those cheeseburgers, fries, and ice cream. Did not get sick of that.
Do you want to know a fun fact about me and my culinary skills? When I was a kid, we got a deep fryer and we would take that. It was like Pillsbury dough that you can make. And I would make my own version of a donut. I called it a jonut.
Hey, we name one after you.
Yeah.
If we have any couples named Joe, we will have Joe Nuts for sure.
Good idea.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, Karlene. We have a lot of questions we want to send your way. So let's get into the show.
Welcome to Unveiling Paradise, your go-to destination wedding podcast. I'm Tessa, wedding planner and owner of Fred and Kate Events.
And I'm Joe, wedding and adventure photographer of Joseph Esser Photography. We are based in Hawaii, one of the biggest, most popular locations for destination weddings.
We want to share our real-life experiences with you, give you insight from a professional's perspective, and still make sure you're having fun in the process.
We're huge believers in the fact that planning a destination wedding can be one of the most amazing experiences, and we want to bring you along.
We're so excited to talk with you about weddings, Hawaii, and everything else under the sun.
So pack your bags and let's get started.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to the show. We are very, very excited to talk all things food and not just any food, fun food inserted into different parts of your wedding day to elevate the experience. Am I right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that what we're talking about is this is kind of a lot of these food options that we're talking about really are to complement maybe your mainstay like catering food of chicken and fish and whatever gross stuff you have to eat at a wedding. These are the fun foods, right? These are the fun foods that everyone is like so excited. They're probably the foods that you shouldn't like fill up on, but you know you're going to enjoy filling up on.
I like that. From now on, we're calling them fun foods. So that's decided. And again, what we want to start talking about is when it makes sense to serve these, right? We just talked about the fact that they are working, in concert with the dinner or the lunch or whatever main meal, but when can we fit in these additional little snackies? Why don't we break this into some different parts of the wedding day? Let's start with pre-ceremony snacks. So with the pre-ceremony snack, have you seen this, Karlene? Have you had people with pre-ceremony snacks, right? So that's a food or drink or something fun, a fun food, if you will, before the ceremony.
Absolutely. So we, as a pre-ceremony snack, we run shave ice quite often. A lot of times guests are arriving early, so there's this awkward 30-minute break before the ceremony actually starts. And so that's actually the perfect time for us to run shave ice bowls. And then once they head over to the ceremony site, they dispose of their bowls and they're nice and cooled off and ready.
We've had weddings together at some of these venues that it's middle of the summer. Like it is so hot, so humid. I can tell you, like, if you roll in a bad mood because you're hot and sweaty, but then you have a bowl of shave ice in front of you, like your attitude changes real quick. You're like happy to be, like in this place with, like this cold dessert. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Because a lot of folks are traveling in from town. So you're talking 45-minute drive. On top of that, you're waiting for 30 minutes for the ceremony to start. So it's kind of a nice buffer for guests.
So I think shave ice is such a cute one for outdoor venues. We have a wedding coming up, I think next month, where they're doing a full pre-ceremony, almost cocktail hour. So guests are arriving about an hour and a half early. They're going to do a full hour of Asian food. They really wanted it to be kind of tied into their culture. So we have a lot of dim sum and Chinese food in a separate room, cooling off before they head down to the ceremony. So I think that's a really fun idea to get people engaged from the start. I think I've mentioned this on the podcast. I'm not sure, but I'll say it again. But for my wedding, we actually did a morning wedding, and I knew that people would be coming straight, probably not have eaten. As guests arrive, we serve them a crepe and a mimosa on arrival, so before the ceremony.
What about for the kids? Like, I feel like at the ceremony, if kids are hungry, they can be really distracting. But if they're fed, if you give them some snacks beforehand, they can probably make it through the ceremony. What do we do with our kids? What are some snacks besides shave ice?
Yeah, I think that's a cute idea. We've definitely done some kid-friendly snacks, depending on the venue and where you are. If you're at an outdoor venue where you can bring your own food, a lot of couples will make little snack bags, little chips, little gummies, something like that, so kids can grab it and have a little pre-packed snack for them to take. And then they can take it up, to the ceremony site, walk around with it, whatnot. If you're at a hotel or an indoor venue, a lot of times it's a little more complicated where the food has to be in-house, but we've done some really fun pastries or, just some mini desserts or some, just some crackers and cheese for the kids or something like that, or fruits, so they can eat something quickly and easily before we start the ceremony. Okay, so ceremony is done. Everybody's happy. Hurrah, hurrah. Everybody's excited, and they're heading down to cocktail hour. So cocktail hour is that time between the ceremony and reception. People are often grabbing a drink, having a little bite to eat. Karlene, what are some examples or what are some things that you think are very successful during that time?
So our most popular cocktail hour service, of course, is going to be shave ice. But a hidden gem that people don't really know about is we have run malasadas as a cocktail hour treat. And we bring malasada dogs, basically. So it's a hot dog on a stick.
Ooh,
we
like
wrap
that.
it with malasada dough, roll it in sugar, and then we also do cheese sticks. So that's kind of the sweet savory.
I love that. It's like a corn dog, right? I've had them.
The Hawaii version, though.
Yeah, the Hawaii version. Okay, so that kind of carnival street food thing is really cool, right? So having those malasada dogs or the cheese sticks or even malasadas in addition to the cold, right? So I've seen couples do boba during cocktail hour. I've also seen, and it's funny, we're going to talk about this later, but oysters. I've seen a lot of couples do oysters at cocktail hour, and I think that's great. They also have the caviar and Bellini stations. So all of those things are really fun. In addition to that, couples will do poke bars, or they'll do spam musibis, or they'll do normal past apps, but a lot of these little activations are really fun. It gets people excited. I've seen, just little plates of food, like mini plates that kind of tease to the bigger plate for the entree. Those are really fun too. I like at cocktail hour, sweet and savory together.
One thing that I also want to point out is like after the ceremony, there is that big chunk of time before you're actually going to start your dinner service. So I think it is really helpful. I mean, obviously, if you're having cocktails, you should have food with that. So, I mean, just logistically, this is a kind of a key point to just get a little snack in your system before.
I 100% agree with you, because the one thing that I always warn couples is you don't want to let your guests start drinking in the hot sun without any food to go with it. So smart move and tasty move combined.
Yeah.
Okay. The wrapping up, the end of the night, everyone is done with their dinner. They have started drinking. They're hanging out. And then out comes the late night snacks. And this is probably one of my favorite new trends that has happened. I've seen it in the past. Everyone's done it. But now it's almost like if you don't have a late night snack, you're crazy. People want that late night snack. And this is where I see people really getting creative with what they can do. So, Karlene, tell us some things that I guess you've seen and can do that are just so fun that people are all over.
So the trends now are action stations. And so definitely like fresh malasadas fried on site. The fryer's right there. They can see us working. They smell everything. We set up our stations well before the wedding even begins. And so they have this cart or the trailer is already set up. They don't know what's coming, but they know something is coming. So it builds this special anticipation, and then once late night bites come up, they're ready. They're anticipating something special.
Got it. So you've set the scene. They see this cart. They know something's happening and they don't know what. And it's just sitting there throughout the night, right? So they're going through the first dance and the speeches and toast, and they're like, what is this cart? Why is it here? And then you guys start frying. And then they smell the delicious, greasy donut oil, right? Like the malasadas. Or they smell, the corn dogs or the malasada dogs, right? So there's a lot of cool things. In addition to the malasadas and the malasada dogs, what else do you guys do?
So our other popular late night bite snack is affogatos. So we basically will roll out our machines and we'll spin your espresso shots fresh to order, and we'll pour it over gelato. And we have lots of fun toppings, and guests can create a wild affogato. They can create a simple sundae.
I've wild affogadoed with you before. I think we had the ice cream and the coffee, the espresso, and then I think I added some whipped cream and maybe some Oreos in it too. I'm like, I think it'll be perfect.
And how did it taste?
I mean, I think the Oreos were a bit much for me, but so good. I took it too far, as I do.
It's nice to have that espresso shot at the end of the evening, just as dancing is opening up. So it gives them a little extra boost.
It's such a fun thing. In addition to that, you also do lattes, right? So matcha latte. I saw that you have a strawberry latte. I'm so excited to try them all.
Yeah, matcha lattes or the matcha bar is actually becoming more popular now. And so we can do it as a late night bite. The most popular time for that one, though, is actually at cocktail hour.
You know what I really love also about your company too is that that's what you specialize in, right? And so like when you're saying you set up beforehand, like your guys' setup is really cute. Like when you're presenting the malasadas, you have these cute little bags, and it's like, I don't know, it's something that it's an experience in and of itself. It's not just like, somebody rolling through with a tray of, food. It's like, there's that build up, that excitement. And then, it's so fresh. It's so good.
It is so good. And again, like malasadas, even, we just did a wedding last weekend where they had, donuts fresh. And there is something about, they had a glaze on it and they put some cocoa. So good. Like you had that crunch of that fried, it was a cake donut, so denser. But again, like, what are those other experiences that couples can have? You know, I've seen the donuts and obviously the malasadas. There are churro trucks now, right? Which I go to Disneyland only for the churros. Like, I don't even know what else people do there, but I will eat. And, you know, I went once without my daughter. It was my girlfriends from school. And I'm like, I don't have to take care of a kid. I don't have to be responsible. I only ate churros that day. Right?
Churro party.
No, none of that meat protein stuff, like
See?
just churros.
This is what I'm saying, like about late night snacks. Like a lot of times this is more important than the meal. You're like, oh, I'm going to have to eat broccoli because I know as part of my diet. But then you're like, but I'm going to wait for that malasada station to open up and boom. You know what I mean? Like I think it's sometimes it's more exciting than the main course.
Oh, for sure. And so, you know, we do a lot of weddings outdoors and also at hotels. So hotels are a little different where you need to work within their food and beverage. But we have done some very amazing late night snack stations. You know, so we have done a French fry bar and it's like sweet potato fries, regular fries, curly fries. One hotel, I'm not going to say who, had like zucchini fries. Like, get out of here. Nobody wants zucchini on the late night. But cool. I mean, great for variety.
How do you eat that? Do you put ketchup on it? Because I feel like that might be weird.
Eat it. I didn't eat it. That's crazy. I'm not wasting my time. Onion rings, win. French fries, win. Zucchini, no place for that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at dinner, you're making these choices for sustenance. Like you're choosing to have the broccoli and the cauliflower at the buffet. You just always do that. But like, you know, you really just want that late night snack. And that, I think at that point, if you had to eat that, now you're just like, okay, I did my good job, good work. Now I'm going to get into the good stuff.
Right. So again, like if you're drinking, I am all about the carbs. So the fry bar, the pizza, even the ramen bar. You know, we've done ramen bars at hotels and we've also done them off site. It's a lot of work, but they're, you know, fun. If you go home after drinking, what are you trying to eat, right? What is that thing? A lot of people, I think, go for the cup of noodles, the ramen, right? So I think that's a fun activation.
Okay, guys, I always like this, the wedding fails, right? So like what, for a late night food snack, what are you guys seeing that you should absolutely avoid? The things that like nobody's eating or it just doesn't make any sense. Like what do you think?
Wedding cake?
What?
Yeah, I agree.
I love the wedding cake at night.
Karlene, you and I are best friends now. Sorry, Tessa.
It's fair.
It's over.
That's fine. That's fine because I'll eat all of your wedding cake.
Okay, let's give Karlene a moment to explain herself before you get too judgy. Why not a wedding cake?
I think a lot of people expect wedding cakes at a wedding, and so it's not a trend that is as popular anymore. They'd rather have an interactive hot station or something that their guests can create versus having a plate served to them with wedding cake on it at the table.
Hold on, don't say a word. She is like fuming over here, guys. But I want to also say this too. Wedding cakes, and this is my biggest pet peeve about wedding cakes, is it's baked like a day or 2 or 3 months before your wedding. It's usually not fresh. What we're talking about, what you're doing, is you are cooking on the spot. And if cake is not your thing, Tessa's still mad dogging me over here. If cake isn't your thing, like I'm an ice cream guy. Like an affogato for me is going to be much more popular than like a rotten sponge cake that nobody wants to eat. Ugh. And your turn.
I guess my thought is, can't we have both? Why are we trying to pick one or the other? Like I will eat my cake and I will be the first in line for those malasadas and the affogato. I have had to like jump between both lines to make sure that I get the first for both. So why can't we have it all?
True, if it's important to you. It's
right?
not important to me. But
Okay. I like cake. So I feel like cake as a late night snack is a good idea. What I want to say that I hate for late night snacks are any type of raw food. Oysters, sashimi, sushi, like any sort of raw bar at night after you've been drinking is a gross idea.
So you're saying that raw fish, oyster bars beforehand, so cocktail hour, maybe main course, good.
Great.
Not after.
Gross. I love oysters. I love oyster shooters. Like I love it. But once I start drinking, I do not want...
You don't want to be an oyster shooter.
I don't want little oysters floating around in my belly. Yeah, I don't want that.
Or in the bushes.
No. The same with raw fish. I don't want poke at night. I don't want any sort of raw fish in my tummy after I've been drinking alcohol. Fair. If you think about it, maybe it's going to cook it like a ceviche in my stomach.
Okay, you took it too far. You took it too far.
I did that on purpose, hoping it's going to gross everybody out and nobody will order it for a late night snack. Pre-ceremony, cocktail hour, dinner, great. But once you hit the drinking hard, you got to lay off the raw stuff. It's gross.
Okay, I have one more that I've seen a couple times. I don't really get it. I think it's a horrible idea. Popcorn bars. Have you seen this? Like,
I hate
popcorn.
That. And I like popcorn sometimes, but we're in Hawaii, and if we're outdoors or even if we're indoors, it will get stale so quickly.
Yeah, and then how do you serve it? I mean, again, it's just kind of a weird thing.
Well, you're serving them in like a bowl for everyone's grubby hands to touch, and now it's like if you get these sugar-coated ones, then they're sticky. So now you have sticky hands, and then you have kids with their sticky hands, and then you just have like stale, sticky popcorn. It's not pleasant. Nobody wants a popcorn bar.
Candy bars?
Tricky, because if they are individually wrapped candies, easy. Outdoors, we just have to be careful of little critters and the candy. They like the sweets.
Right. Okay, I want to move to the final question. Like, what are you guys seeing? Like, as for those late night snacks, like, what is really the most popular thing you're seeing? The thing that, like, just like as soon as it goes out, it gets gobbled up.
Definitely malasadas. That's a no-brainer. Or any kind of donut. Spam musubi is also one that's coming up, quite popular.
So spam musubi, so for all of our listeners that maybe aren't here, spam musubi is a very local, like kind of a late night snack, daytime. It's kind of any kind of snack, right?
It's so good. It's spam, it's rice, and it just kind of helps hold all the goodness in your stomach, right? So if you're drinking, it sits nicely, right? I think when we're looking at late night snacks, what are the things that are going to complement your drinking? If you are a drinker, what are the things that are going to complement that and help settle your stomach? It's not raw fish.
Or what are those things that are going to balance out the broccoli that you ate at the buffet? Spam musubi.
There's no broccoli in spam musubi.
There is not. Perfect compliment. Okay, what else? So malasada, shave ice, spam musubi.
We do a lot of gelato bars. So gelato sundaes, of course the affogatos. Another popular one is the ramen bars. And then I would say it's things that people have gone to in their late night bites in their college days or in their partying days. So,
right.
Pizza,
I love that.
burgers, fries, always popular. Even street tacos. That's another popular one that we see up and coming.
Is there a right way to do it? If you're talking about street tacos versus dropping off like 20 bags of like Taco Bell.
Your favorite?
My favorite. I mean, you're talking about two very different experiences. Hot food or something that's been sitting maybe in somebody's car for 10 hours,
so
3 hours.
Think about what your guests are going to remember the most. And so we've seen takeout on countertops and we've eaten them the next day and not a problem. But what are guests going to remember? It's going to be the experience. So what are they going to see? What are they going to hear? What are they going to smell? It really comes down to that experience and that last bite and that last taste that they take home. That is what they will remember.
So fresh is always better.
Always best. Fresh is best.
Fresh is best.
Hot is hot. Like, if you think of like McDonald's is great when it's coming out of the drive-through window, but like if it's been sitting there, for a couple of hours, I mean, you're going to eat it, but it's not the same experience as if it's like hot right out of the oven.
Like Karlene said, she's not eating McDonald's French fries if they're not fresh.
Correct.
If you have this idea of doing a French fry bar or having burgers, instead of picking up from McDonald's, sometimes it's worth talking to a caterer that can accommodate that and cook it fresh on site. We did a wedding once where they had smash burgers at night. Again, they had them all cooked on site. They had the hot fries. They were in like cute little boxes for people to grab. It was such a really fun experience and also tasted really good because it was fresh.
I can only imagine how good that smelled.
Oh, it was amazing. And it was, very, very popular. Okay, Karlene, one more question. We have had and seen in the last year a lot of kind of fun, creative, new ideas. What do you have on the horizon? Like, I know that your brain is always thinking of what can I do next? Like, that's just how you are. What is that next late night snack that you would love to see people get excited about?
I love breakfast, and so I thought, why not bring breakfast as a late night bite? And so when we were younger, high school, college days, we would always go to Zippy's and we would pick up Portuguese omelet sandwiches. And so basically it would be Portuguese sausage, and we make it into an omelet with cheddar cheese, and you wrap it in a sweet bread roll. And it is absolutely beautiful.
With Tabasco, right?
Absolutely.
I always put Tabasco
And
on
some
mine.
ketchup.
Yeah.
That's one of those foods that you can literally eat at any time of day too. It's like there's a few of those like categories of food where you can have it in the morning, you can have it in the evening. It's perfect.
Yeah, but the smell of Portuguese sausage, there's something about it. And so I've always kind of wanted to start a late night savory Portuguese omelet sandwich station. And so one day I'll bring that out, and whoever's adventurous enough to allow us to do it, we'd love to.
All of our listeners, you hear that? We're counting on you, because I need to take this home to Valentina, like all the other snacks you get to share with us. Well, Karlene, it has been a pleasure to have you on the show. I know we've been asking you to be on the show and you're so busy, but thanks for being here. Before we let you go, can you share your guys' contact information? How can our listeners learn more about your Portuguese egg sandwich, and how can they get in touch with you?
So the easiest way to get in touch with us is through our website, www.kaleleeats.com. So you just place an inquiry. There's an inquiry button on the website, and just put in your information, and I'll respond.
Okay. And with that, guys, thanks for listening to another episode of the Unveiling Paradise podcast. We will catch you soon. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unveiling Paradise.
If you enjoy our show, please follow us and rate us on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. It would really mean a lot.
And don't forget to also get on our mailing list and follow us on Instagram. Just do it already.
Until next time, this is Tessa.
And this is Joe.
And don't forget, your happily ever after
It's just a plane ride away.